doing a fun coffee soap today. I'm using Espresso fragrance oil from Brambleberry, and I've used this before in melt and pour, but I've never used it in actual cold process. It is supposed to discolor to a dark brown, and I know in melt and pour it did discolor to brown. It took a while, but it did end up discoloring. I'm going to use that to my advantage, and the bottle says it behaves well, but on the website it says it doesn't. So we are going to see how that goes. I'm using a very basic pour, and if there's any acceleration, that won't be as much of an issue. Hopefully it won't be a problem. I'm using my slow moving recipe that has the tallow and lard in it versus like the palm oil, which actually I'm phasing that out because I don't want to use it anymore. Anyway, okay, so I have the Espresso fragrance oil. I'm going to be doing an oil drizzle on top with the Brambleberry's Copper and Nurture Soaps Mocha and Bronze Brown. So that'll just be the oil drizzle on top. I have these circle embeds, grab it, that I had previously made with some leftover soap. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop those in there. I have, here it is, my spent coffee grounds from this morning's coffee that I will molded, that I'll go ahead and put in there for a little bit of gentle exfoliation. And okay, and then one more thing, I have this mold because I'm going to be using 2 of these, so I'll have some extra batter left over. I'm going to go ahead and fill this one up. This is a maple leaf, and I'm working on some fall soaps, so that will go into the maple leaf for another batch. I don't like wasting soap, so this will be good. Let's go ahead and get started. top on that. It is gorgeous. Doing the oil and the mica, absolutely stunning. That's got some really pretty shimmer. It's already beginning to discolor. As you can see, this is quite a bit darker than that. And it will continue to darken to a nice toasty dark brown. You can see those little coffee pieces in there, the ground coffee, and we're gonna have that circle in there. So the fragrance, a lot of times when there's a lot of that discoloring fragrance, not a lot of the fragrance, but there's a lot of the vanilla content in that fragrance, sometimes with embeds, it will kind of bleed into it. And I wanted that to happen. So if you have a white cold process embed within a soap that has a dark discoloring fragrance, it will bleed into it. So plan your designs accordingly because you can't stop it from happening unless you surround it with something that's not fragrance. But I wanted that to happen because I thought it'd be really cool to have it kind of have that halo in there. It won't happen just yet, but it will eventually. So this will continue to darken up. I just unmolded these, I don't know, a couple hours ago, and they were quite a bit lighter. So once I cut it open, there's going to be a nice ring around, like kind of like almost a windowsill is going to be around it that's going to be dark, and then the inside will be nice and creamy until they're fully cured.